Oh my goodness. All Void Eyes? Definitely don't pick that. Cost control actually looks pretty good. Rhino is also pretty good. Um, okay. I think we just go with Crawler, right? We need to click on a technology. We probably should. Should probably be the defense. I don't know. I don't know if you want to save the 100. It might be better to save it just so we can make like a bigger play, like, go fire or something. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to get attack because we're not one-shotting his crawlers anyways. So the defense just maybe makes our units a little bit more hardy. Can we get the Phantom Ray? I think we can easily pick that. And yeah, I mean, it looks like we're gonna have to spread fire with the Hound, but man, it's not great, but we kind of don't have that much alternative. I don't know if we click fire right away. It might just be better to, just go click attack, because what does the fire do for us? Anything? I mean, the attack doesn't do anything for us either, right? The Hounds aren't going to be killing tanks. Well, maybe they are. Maybe we just save it for the oil, because what if we need oil next round? Do we just click oil right now? I mean, we're always going to click oil anyways. We may not build more than 3 Phantom Rays, but if we do, it's always going to be oil. The oil might do more than the fire. I mean, than the attack upgrade is what I'm thinking. Like, what are the breakpoints here? It does like 1950. Okay, so if we clicked attack, we can two-shot the sledgehammer, so maybe the attack actually does more. But the oil actually might do something because now the crawlers aren't necessarily running into the bases quick. It slows everything down, which is good for us. So just oil on itself seems to be pretty good, but it would be amazing if we could light this on fire. See, that was clutch. We would have for sure lost the tower there. All right. Improve War Factory. Do we just get that, put it in our back pocket, show our card? Think so. It's gonna have to be fire now. There's no other way we can play this. I hate fire on the Hounds, but man, it's better than nothing. Can't go for... Phoenix. We're kind of just stuck with Phantom Rays, so we have to build more Phantom Rays than we actually want to, which is not good. I only wanted to build 3, but so now if he goes with the boats, we're kind of screwed. Problem is we can get 1 Wasp, but then what else do we do? Do we get 1 Wasp, 1 Hound instead? I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so he gets the healing, but he builds more chaff, which is amazing for us. So this is like free donations of chaff. Remember, we don't have that much that burns. And maybe these outside oils are gonna hit pretty well. They are still actually doing damage despite the healing, just at a much slower rate. So I'm pretty happy to just let the Phantoms clear those tanks. The only problem is, what is his counter? His counter is going to be for sure the boat, right? Almost 100%. We can go for this, but I think we probably are going to go for the finisher. Let's win 1 more round and then just finish it. So I don't think we're going to have time to realize our value. I don't think we actually upgrade the Phoenixes. I mean the Phantom Rays. I think we just leave them because they're going to get countered next round pretty easily. We can go with the charge shot right away. I think this is pretty good. Okay, it's actually the Abyss. It's not the boat. You could argue it's the same thing. The only problem now is the improved factory isn't going to work so well. However, the improved factory can actually tank an Abyss slightly. And we also have to realize that he has way more other stuff like on the board other than the Abyss, and there might be an angle for the War Factory to kind of get in. Like if we put it like here and just move it in, it only has to go through like this and this, right? And then the fire should already be landing for this. So we can get a tower snipe and hopefully like an easy win against the Abyss. I think this also means we go for some Wasps, but Phoenixes are going to be our #1 choice. Even with the charge shot, we still, well, we don't outrange the Abyss, but as long as the Phantom Rays are dead, they're going to act as chaff, and the Wasps will also act as chaff. Looks like he doesn't actually even go for the efficient maintenance, so he's not expecting this to be a long game. It's amazing that the fire has spread so well. It's also amazing that the charge shot is doing insane amounts of damage. It's almost like the perfect counter to what he's done. And I think he's in a really bad spot because you don't want to lose that. You don't want to, I don't think you want to lose so badly. But he still can, it's still going to be at least 1 more round. So it's not, we're not out of the woods. We need to win 1 more round, then we can go for some kind of like finisher with the War Factory. But I don't think it's that easy quite yet. Could go for more chaff. But I don't know how the chaff doesn't burn. The side chaff will all go into the fire. Can go for some wasps now. Maybe just 2 wasps, that's it. I don't know what the wasps are really there to do. Maybe just EMP. Act as chaff. We want more phoenixes. Maybe we do click attack like aerial spec. It gives it 80 range. It's still more than the phoenix. So maybe we do that. Do we bother with the oil, or is that not going to do anything? Maybe we just go for this instead. Okay, so now he goes for the efficient maintenance, but doesn't seem to be that scary. I mean, it's really weird. Why do you build the Abyss and then not go for efficient maintenance, like until round 2? That being said, you know, we do need to spread more fire. We're having a little bit of problem here with the fire. Fortunately, it's not chaff really, but we do need to have our Phantom Rays alive to get this, to get these late fangs. The good thing is that we do have the wasps here. He's managed to clean up one side already. And we probably need range on the phoenixes now. So we're still going to need to win another round before we can go into the factory. I think the factory play is out of the question now. Lightning Storm is going to be horrible for us. I don't think we can like outrun it. So I think we just kind of, I don't know. It's not much we can do about that. Except for just build more stuff. So let's go for, we're going to go for the range anyways. Go for another Phoenix. Go for another Wasp. Maybe 2 more Wasps. Now let's go for the speed. Range. And I don't know. I think we just float. No point in upgrading this. Simply because... Okay. I don't know why he went for the Wraith. The Wraith, I think, is... Okay, I see why he went for the Wraith. He's going to go for the Wraith summon, but I'm not sure if the Wraith is his problem. His problem is the Phoenix. So the Wraith is just going to get one shot by the Phoenix. I wonder if an improved level 2 factory can actually tank this for how long. We might actually... we might find out here. Okay, it's time for the finisher. Oh, it's also we can also throw the game though. Let's be really careful here. So I think we go for the Raiden maybe. Raiden makes sense, but it's super good for him too. Is it good for us? Like, do we just commit with the Raiden? I mean, do we actually go for the factory here? What is the factory gonna do? It can tank some shots, but I mean, I don't know. I think we have to trust in our factory. Even though we're facing a threat that is very, very very dangerous. Now, if he goes for EMP on this or something, we could get screwed. And we actually don't even have a beacon. So I'm not sure how good this is, to be honest. This could be really bad. We could have it here, but we're not able to get it to snipe anything. That's the only problem. All right, it's just gonna sit here. It's gonna tank for a while. Might as well put it here. But maybe it's better to not just build, to just not build this. I don't know. Like, this is gonna reach it. It might just be better to like tank half. He's gonna have 2 more. He's gonna have like way more stuff here now. Might just be better to put it here. Yeah. He's got his own wasps. And now we're doing the crazy thing here. We're tanking the Abyss with a War Factory. It is doing a lot of damage. And we probably shouldn't have put it so forward. Right? Now it's already, you know... I mean, it's... The only problem is that our units are coming in way too late. It is actually doing a lot here. But the units are coming in way too late. I think we just threw the game. Okay, so now we need to get out of that factory. We spent quite a lot on that factory. The orbital jab does 70,000. It's not enough for any of these things. He's gonna sell out of this. So let's just I mean, what if we... I think I'd just redeploy this a little bit more further on the back line here. Let's see if he has the yeah, so he's got ionization. So we're gonna sell this. Okay. Go for this. Just go for mass wasps. Go for range. Go for EMP. We'll go all in on the wasps here. The phoenixes are also good. Kind of feel like the wasps are going to be our play though. put down the oil. Probably, I mean, probably in the middle, but I'm not sure. The middle makes sense, but his other stuff is not coming into the middle. Do we just level up our towers just in case? And maybe speed? There's nothing to... Okay, he actually didn't... He did go for the ionization. That's interesting. So he went for a couple spells that are completely useless. I think we win here, unless his... Unless he can kill our wasp somehow, but he's level 2. At least the... Maybe we needed ionization ourselves. It's looking quite good, actually. This is not good, but this is good. This is good. The EMP, I wonder if it does anything. It actually doesn't do anything. He doesn't even have range. So we got him to... We actually baited out a spell that was completely useless there. Melters are going to be really good. We have to go for the melters with range now. There's no way that I'll believe that you don't want melters here. I absolutely fully believe you want melters. And maybe even more than just 2, but probably 2 is fine. Let's not overdo it with the melter. Go for 2 melters. Only problem is if he puts stuff here, we don't light this on fire, we're gonna be in some huge trouble. So we have this. Do we go for shield? Shield makes no difference, right? It's EMP, but then he just clicks range, right? Is that what we want? Do we want to EMP him? Does shield do anything? Maybe it does. I don't know what to do here except for build more, but something's telling me that this isn't necessarily going to work. I wonder if we just missile here, or if we just missile this. Maybe we should have built more melters, I don't know. Maybe we needed EMP for his Wraith. Yeah, we're having a lot of problems now with the fire. Probably need the EMP now if this game goes on for another round, which it's not likely to. It's kind of sucking that we're losing our tower to the melter. But at least we'll be around for another round. Okay. At least we're still alive, but now we see where the problems are happening. The problems are happening with chaff clear. Additional deploy could be good, but I think we just need Vulcans for the chaff clear now. We're having a lot of problems. Or do we even have money for that? Let's skip. Maybe we just need to put chaff here, but then he's got stuff to deal with that. I think we go for EMP on the Wasp. And maybe a million missiles, but I don't know. Put a missile here. Definitely sell out of this. Maybe a million missiles, but also I wonder if we want melters. I wonder even if the million missiles even make sense. Like what are we actually accomplishing with the missiles? Could level up a Phoenix, but I'm not sure if that's going to do a lot. We're trying to aim to his abyss there. I think we've got a really good actual board here. The only problem is the fire here is not reigniting. So we're chaff clearing with our with stuff that shouldn't be chaff clearing. But that being said, he doesn't have that much. We are EMPing him, but he does have range, so we are getting a little bit of value there. The only problem is that there's still like 1 or 2 chaffs coming in, and this is not good for us. So now it just depends on this tower timing. It doesn't look like it's going to be the greatest tower timing, though. Oh my goodness. That was super close. Insanely close. I don't know. The problem was the chaff clear. I think we need to start... Let's go with that last round because it's still fresh in my mind. So I wonder if that EMP was a mistake there. And I wonder if we... The thought that crossed my mind was we needed to go for this. Just ensure everything could get on fire. Now we probably put him a little bit further back. So sell this, maybe put him like here. Something like that, maybe here. I don't know. 'Cause they're gonna get killed pretty quick. And I think the melters were actually also the mistake. So let's go for another, I don't know. I guess we go for another Phoenix just because there's already so many other kind of units out there. Don't know what we do with the extra 100. Maybe upgrade this guy. Let's just see if this does anything. The first volley is going to be not in the right spot. They're going to go into the middle. Maybe that's fine. Only problem now is with speed. We probably need it actually to beacon this guy left and right. He'll just insta die right now. It's gonna get off a second volley here, I think. Yep, perfectly in the right position. It's gonna do what the Phantom Rays have failed to do. Let's see if actually this is what we needed. There's still chaff though coming in. Nope. We lose quite similarly. You'd imagine wasps could, you'd imagine mustangs could be quite good here. But then why go to mustangs when you already have all the wasp chaff, right? Do we just make a wrong play? Like, how did we mess this up? Should we have gone for mustangs instead? The mustangs, perhaps they act as chaff, but they don't have the range necessarily. All right, we'll click the speed. So at a minimum, the mustangs act as chaff. A little bit of ground chaff, which can protect the melter. And if we're expecting the melter to kind of clear things up, then yeah, it looks a lot better now. Okay. Yeah, it never occurred to me that I was actually we needed Mustangs there. Kind of makes sense. I thought that you don't need the Mustangs because he has we already have AA wasps, right? So we kill the wasp, but you want Mustangs so they act as chaff for the melting point, and they I guess the like how do the Mustangs do better against chaff than the than our own AA wasps? Because the AA wasps they were clearing chaff, right? So maybe the DPS of the wasps are quite a bit lower than the DPS of the Mustang, and maybe also the range as well. So it's yeah, maybe that's why. And then when the wasps died, there was no more wasps left because they got too close. So okay. And let's go back to that round with the War Factory tank attempt. It was a noble attempt, I think, but it was very, very flawed, I think. Um Obviously it didn't work there. So could we have done something else instead? Did we need to throw the game with the factory? Um, all right, so we'll go for this. We'll go for range, maybe even EMP next. Upgrade all these guys. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do we just go for a couple Mustangs? Or is it not time yet for the Mustang? All right, we won't have temp range here, which might be a problem. It's only 2 Mustangs with range. Doesn't seem that cost efficient to be teching 400 cost of units with 300 technology. Maybe we should have just went for more wasps. The Mustangs they don't do well into the they don't do that well into the tanks either. Do we ever just go actually into mass Vulcan? I'm a mass Raiden. Guess we just go range and then maybe even ionization. But it kind of reduces their damage output into the sledges. That's the problem. Maybe we go chain. All right. Don't know how forward we want them. Probably this is fine. So this is a pretty huge investment. If we're not able to get this to work, it's not going to be great. I don't think Raiden is that good into the Abyss. It might be good into his tanks though. Not even, but it does a little bit of damage to the tanks. He still needs like 2, 3 shots. So it doesn't look good at all. It's a good thing we didn't go for that. How about just pure wasps? We were doing really well with the wasps. Um, Maybe we even leave like the scorpion. Like the scorpion is, well, I think it's better to get the money. So upgrade the wasp range, maybe even EMP. 2 more wasps and temp range. I also want to upgrade these guys though, so it's kind of tricky. So the EMP, I guess, it's only going to disable the range on the Wraith and the healing of the these guys, so I don't think the EMP is necessarily worth it. It's probably better to just upgrade the Phoenixes. That's probably what I would have done. Alright, so this is what we should have done. We shouldn't have thrown the game with the factory there. This is what I think I would have done if I didn't go for the factory. We do 1700, and how much life does he have? 13, okay. It's a very easy game for us to win there. We just, the love of the factory just drove us completely insane. So let's just try this, and let's try this. More wasps. You can go for the attack upgrade, but I think you want the range. Maybe just upgrade the phantom rays on the sides. So I guess the Mustangs, you only need it when you need to protect your melter, I guess. When you're transitioning into the melter as your main DPS. The Wasp is actually doing almost as much as the Phoenix, the level 2 Phoenix. I mean, in some cases doing more than the Phoenix. So actually the Wasp is kind of the DPS. But in this case, we do less because we didn't use the EMP, which is pretty interesting. So the EMP is actually... The EMP is winning against the Wraith. So the Wraith has 115. You need to get range, though. Because without the range, you're going to be down to 95. So it's not going to be good, I think. You have to get into... I mean, we could try just only EMP. Maybe go for the Raiden instead of this. So let's only go for EMP. Upgrade all these guys. 3 more wasps. Let's click the speed and yeah, let's see how this works. I doubt this is gonna work because probably the wraiths are gonna kill the wasps before they get in there. But if we can like disable the wraith before anything happens, see, now it's looking really good. Chaff clear is a huge problem. I don't know why the chaff clear now is all of a sudden a huge problem. Just because we didn't click range, but it looks like looks like that didn't work. So it's very specific on the amount of text you have to choose. So this is the round where we could have ended it just by playing more into the wasps. Instead, we get the factory. We have to sell out, and he goes for ionization and upgrades his stuff. Could we have just gone crazy and just doubled down? Or is it like... I respect that he put the, he paid the 100 for the ionization there. Could we just have brute force this now? Like with the beacon? Because our problem was actually... We didn't have a beacon. That was kind of the problem. We didn't have the money for the beacon. So maybe even a factory here just to kind of support. You probably don't want both factories at the same spot. And maybe something here to kind of distract. Sell out of this. And probably upgrade these guys. Maybe even get a level on the tower. The oil is available now, so it's probably good to just oil some of the stuff here. I mean, probably want to oil mainly like from here. Or I guess mainly from here. You actually don't get the tower. But we're kind of semi-successful at tanking. We're gonna lose our tower. This is not gonna bode well for this. And yeah, that would have been a complete disaster. So I think the changing, selling out of this was the correct move. We did get some value from his clicking the technologies. Maybe we just needed to do this and go for more. I mean, we can go for the range Mustangs now. Not sure if that's going to do anything. Couldn't have asked for a better fire, so it's especially disappointing that because he didn't really counter the fire that well. And this is part of the reason I didn't want to go for this. So we do enough to kill him. 1600 here with the range Mustangs. What about like just going more because I think the problem was we didn't go for the EMP. I think that was our main problem. Just went for the range, but we got cheap. So what if we just go for more and more of the more and more of these guys? Just kind of go all in on these guys. We have the perfect amount of money to do so. Just no speed, which I'm not sure if is good or bad for us. Looks like this isn't as good as the Mustang, just because the Mustang's better at clearing chaff. We have a little bit of a chaff clear problem. So we do a little bit worse there, significantly worse. Okay, so we figured it out on this round. It's also more and more, it's the triple text with the range Mustang. Finally, this round, we were just getting bled dry here. I think we, okay, so we went for the melters, but we still lost by considerable amount. I think, again, the problem was we didn't go for the Mustang. The Mustangs are clearing chaff and they're acting as chaff for the melter. So we had insane amounts of chances to win, but we just couldn't figure out what buttons to press. And I think out of all the potential threats that exist, really the Abyss is like really easy actually for us to deal with. It's not scary at all. So we'll click the range, and we have enough for one more, but we don't have tower range, which might be a problem. We'll see if it actually makes a difference. This is not good. Yeah, actually, the reason why we're losing this is because of the flank. We probably need to put preemptive missiles down, but even if we do in this case, there's always the he can always still have some crawlers left over by the way he positioned it. I think we lose even worse here. So I think that's just simply to this crawler flank. So if we anticipate the crawler flank, can we still deal with it? Like, do we just put the hounds here to anticipate the crawler flank? I don't think we have the deployments for the hounds. So let's just say we put the missile like here and put the missile here. We don't know where it's gonna go. And we'll continue to go for the EMP as well as Mustangs with range. All right, with this missile, you'll see that the last 3 crawlers are still alive. So I'm not sure how much of a difference that makes, but I think it's more significant. It's a pretty huge difference. See, like, we have a huge opening here where the chaff is getting through. And we're relying on the Mustangs actually to clear these stray crawlers, but it's not enough. This is quite bad. And this is going with the Mustangs. I think we almost die from that. It's really strange because we thought that the Mustangs were the right solution the previous round, but then all of a sudden, it didn't. And I think it's because the Phantom Rays they didn't get a chance to light this on fire. Right, so I think if we anticipate what's happening, I mean, we don't even have any fire here, but I mean, you could say put the Mustangs more forward. That could be an option. But the problem really is the Phantom Rays wasting their oil and then not having it recharged. That's probably like the bigger problem. So I would say even, no, the problem is we don't have enough Mustangs that are forward enough. Like on this side because everything's getting pulled. So maybe this solves the problem without the need. And we just stick to so let's just see if this is going to be enough to kind of move forward. Get the oil down here, but there's no oil here per se. That might be a problem. Might be a pretty huge problem. Now, the oil does come back. Right, we do have some oil coming back here, luckily, but it may not ignite on fire, though. And this is the problem. And imagine we have enough, we have enough chaff clear, but actually we do. We do have enough chaff clear. He might struggle to even clear this, even with the debuff. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of tricky because just from this one crawler, you get messed up huge. And we can't even missile this correctly. It's quite bad here. That is one of the weaknesses to our strategy, for sure. Yeah, I don't know about this last round here. This second to last round. You can go for mass melting points, but does that do anything? This is 115. I mean, if you go for like, what if you go for like the go melting point, but then you go for the multi-melt? Does that do anything? And then just rely on your multi-melters to clear chaff as well. You don't have, now all of a sudden you don't have the EMP available. on the... Okay, you do. You just can't level them. So let's see if this is the answer. This is still a huge problem. And we don't have any fire here, but it's part of the... We already were well aware of this issue. This is very not good here. All this chaff is just coming in. It does look like the multi-melter is not horrible here. It's clearing everything. At least we only lose by a single abyss. Huh. Well, I think that's the best we can do there. I mean, maybe distractions of our own would be warranted, but then we don't have the deployments. So, yeah, I mean, it could take a while to figure out what exactly is the best play here, but I mean, here are some options, right? The multi-melter was surprisingly effective, whereas the wasps all of a sudden failed here to do anything. All right, guys. Well, it's a bit sad because we had so many opportunities, but we can only blame it on ourselves by forcing the melter into Abyss. That was a titanic mistake.